Good morning. My name is Desi Minchillo, and I'm here with a particular type of art technique that involves some origami paper, which is here, multicolors. I ordered some on Amazon, and I got maybe like 1,000 packages for $6. I can include that on the demo. Watercolors. I have a larger amount of watercolor, but they're children's watercolors. I think they're like $5 or $6. And some water, you can see, for watercolors. And I guess some Pritt glue, because we're going to do some folding with the origami paper, and we're going to actually do some tearing and folding. So here we have essentially an origami paper that I folded in half, tore in half, and here I'm essentially folding this in this manner. So I'm going to keep repeating that with different colors. And once I'm done with that, I'll show you how I end up doing the rest. Alrighty then, so now you can see I've folded the half of the origami paper into, just half. It's not that complicated. What I will need is to use the Pritt glue to secure them together. So here we go. Just repetitive process. There's something very zen about repetitive elements of tasks for people. Some people find that. Some people find it a bit of a drudge. But this won't be that long. These are kind of like little bricks to build our little artistic house. And it goes pretty quickly. All right. So we have this wonderful rainbow, which everybody loves the rainbow colors. So now that we have them set, a bunch of them, and again, there's even more colors in the box. They're darker colors, but I choose to have lighter and happy colors. There's happy colors are essentially orange, yellows, pinks, lavenders. Blues are considered cool colors. But I still think they're happy to me. And this green is certainly very happy color. They're like a Skittles box. Anyway, so now we're taking this and we are going to Pritt glue this side. Okay. And then once I did that backwards, I apologize. The side that is the folded part goes this way. It's this way. The part that has the bend, the curve, I don't know how you say that in English, but that goes on this side. So what I do then is I overlap. So Pritt glue again. And put it on. Dimensions are essentially rather similar. About the same dimension from here and here. So in other words, the word parallel comes to mind. Sometimes I struggle with words because my first thought is to say it in Italian, and then I'm like, what is that word in English? What is that word? It's very difficult remembering some words in English. Anyway, so here we go. So you see the gist. I'm not going to take you throughout the entire thing. I'm going to finish it off, and then we'll come back to this and we can talk about the next steps. So here it is. Basically all the colors have been aligned parallel with each other. And now I'm going to put this to the side. This is the base of the art piece, essentially. And as you can see, you know, so it may not be exactly parallel. That's all right. It's all good. You know, it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. It could be something, you know, I could stagger it basically, whereby I could make a little bit, each piece a little wider so that it has an optical illusion. There's many ways to do it. In this case, I just did a very simple one. So typically I would have a darker paper, like a construction paper that would be dark blue or a black, but I don't have that. I'm operating on very few materials. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my watercolor box, my children's grade watercolor box, and I'm going to use that as a painting process on another watercolor sheet. And I'm going to basically just get a big brush, not a little brush, a big brush. You kind of need a brush or even a sponge. It's all right, you know, we make do. I'm about making do with what I've got. You know, if I don't have things, I will create those things, and I will do other demos that will show you how I can, you know, make do with whatever I find. I'm very big on that. You know, if you don't have the means, you find the means. So here I am basically taking black, but I don't want to just create with just black. I want to make this a little bit trippy dippy, right? That's my thing, my jam, trippy dippy. So it's a little bit of purple, a little bit of black, and I'll see you guys later. I'm going to do this and then present to you what I've done with just, you know, just putting watercolors down. Different colors, blue, dark blue. It's all good. Don't be afraid. Watercolors, one cannot be afraid to mess up. The whole point is to be free and to be loose and, you know, just enjoying oneself. Mixing things together. It's okay. You know, you don't have to socially distance with watercolors. You can get together and mix together, and it's all really beautiful. So in this case, I'm going to try to make a card for my husband, but I'm not going to do it, probably won't do it in English. I'll probably do it in Italian because, you know, it's my first language. So he likes it when I, you know, it's kind of the Addams family. He likes it when I speak Italian. Remember the Addams family? I like it when you speak French-tish. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So here we are with the watercolor covered, and you can see I used purple, blue, a little bit of black, and I, again, mixed it all up. It's okay. I may actually do a little bit of, you know, just give it a little texture too. It's all good. I like to experiment. I don't like to be too, I like being precise, but I also like to see what some elements may bring me. And look at that. Look how lovely. It softens it, and it creates these little kind of cloud-like effects. And it also dries it faster than I thought it would. If you're impatient and you want this to dry quickly, you can use a little blow dryer. Hey, there's nothing like a blow dryer. I love blow dryers. I use it all the time in my artwork. It really, there's many things that it will do, like with Crayola crayons, like just amazing things that can be done with blow dryer. Anyway, we'll get on with it a little more. Alrighty, so now we have the dried piece of paper. It's really important that it be dry, or else you're going to have the watercolor run. But it's got this beautiful feeling of water. I'm always focused on water. My studio is near a water, the sea, so my image is always, even when I sleep of water. And I was born near the sea, so it's always something that I aspire to being. So now I'm going to write something. Now, I can write something, but I can also do images. And essentially in this case, I'm going to write in Italian. I won't say what it is. I don't want anyone to know, but I gotta make sure it's big enough too, or small enough to fit. Io Now the reason why I used a blue is I don't really want to see the outline of my, had I done it in black you would catch some outlines, but I just want it to be a cut, right? I don't want outlines. I don't want it to look like a cartoon. Okay, so essentially in Italian it means I love you, but I did it in shorthand, like in the English version, the abbreviated version, io ti amo, which I put a heart. So he'll know what that means. He's not Italian, but anyway, he'll know what that means. And so I'm going to take a scissor. Ideally, you know, I like to use more of the cuticle, you know, like scissors for how do you say, the you know, cutting nails, because they're much more finer. I'm gonna try to find that, but you can do it with this. You can see even with any old scissor you can begin to cut. Anyway, I'll cut this and I'll see you again. So here we are with the Italian words io, ti, and then heart. But again, it could be anything, and maybe I'll show you some other alternatives. But here we are. And so we take that and we put it on top. And we use prick glue. And I have the little circle part that's over here. And it's just this fun little, you know, you can do anything. And I'll show you some images also of what can be done as outlines of other artwork in this. So once again, here's our version with a very dark top layer, and the bottom is colored origami, and this is an alternative that has a very shiny, there are images of, you know, hearts, they can be anything, but it's the top layer is bright, really, really sunny, and then also the background is very warm, so it comes with reds, pinks, and other colors. So the thing is just, you know, really very, very different effect. And you can do letters, you can do figures, you can do many, many different things. It's really simple, and I hope you try it.